We are scheduled for a battle between Team Raw and Team SmackDown live at this year's Survivor Series. But what if, just what if, we had a time machine and went back in time to the Attitude Era and got some of their finest superstars? We're talking Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and tons more. Brought them back to our time and had them battle in Attitude Era versus 2016. We actually got an awesome question from one of our listeners in a previous episode that we enjoyed so much, we turned it into its very own Square Roundtable, so make sure to keep those questions coming. So here's our discussion about the hypothetical scenario.
Our final question of the show comes from Sam H., who asks, can I get your Survivor Series team? What I want is current roster versus Attitude Era, and you must include one woman. Here's the catch. You all cannot choose the same wrestlers as each other. We will choose our current roster team and then our Attitude Era team. So we will do 4 males and a female.
Let's just build one team together versus another team.
So who's our team? Let's start with current roster. The female has to be Sasha Banks, right? Or would it be Charlotte?
I would actually
Charlotte.
say Charlotte.
I vote Charlotte.
Okay, I can get behind Charlotte. AJ Styles.
100% agreed.
Seth Rollins.
Yep.
I don't know why the majority's here. I would probably look elsewhere right now, but yeah, I'll accept
Ellsworth
your proposal.
elsewhere?
Why not? Sure, yeah.
All right.
So Kevin Owens has to be there.
Oh, John Cena.
See, I don't think Cena should be there. Cena's eaten a lot of pins recently. And I think if we want to build the best Survivor Series team possible, we should let the new guys shine. Like, I would say that Dean Ambrose would be somebody better than John Cena in this case.
I would actually argue Roman Reigns over Dean Ambrose.
I don't think so at all.
I would kind of go with Reigns, actually.
You've been overruled.
Yep, I respect your guys' choice. Your choice is wrong, but sure.
We have Charlotte, Styles, Rollins, Reigns. Is the last guy Kevin Owens?
I mean, we could complete the Shield here and just throw in Dean Ambrose. I would, and personally, like, Shield jokes aside, I would put Dean Ambrose over Kevin Owens. Like, yes, Kevin Owens is champion, Kevin Owens is great, but Dean Ambrose is doing greater things right now.
Dean Ambrose is more established as, like, a top guy, where this is really new for Owens.
And we're kayfabe, like, this is the team that wants to win against Team Attitude, right?
The Shield plus AJ and Charlotte.
We are the most, like, 12-year-old fantasy booker answer right here. I personally would like to bring to the table that we remove Roman Reigns, though, and throw in somebody like Chris Jericho.
If we're going, like, cream of the crop, though, for just, I don't know. If we were to, like,
Here's Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
If we're going for cream of the crop, Roman Reigns does
cream
not
of the
be
crop
on,
as,
is
like,
not
what
on
is
this.
the main event of WWE?
Yes.
And
Roman
Jericho's part
Reigns
of the
is the
Attitude Era.
mid-card.
Yeah, we could have Jericho. Well, Jericho's probably not going to make the cut on the Attitude Era side.
Yeah, I would not throw Attitude Era Chris Jericho in there, but I would say that Jericho goes above Reigns on
Jericho.
this team.
Okay, before this heel turn, we're like, Jericho's just the guy who loses all the rivalries, comes back for a month, whatever. Like, come on.
And before the spotlight was taken off of him,
like,
Roman Reigns was, the guy, he won everything, and he's hot trash, so really.
He's
And now he's the
entertaining, but
mid-card.
from the match perspective, I still think he's like the weaker. If Roman Reigns is like a 92 in a game, Jericho's like an 85
I'm talking, like,
right now.
if we were like if this was like real life, man, and we're trying to like actually make a team that's gonna win.
From that perspective, why the hell is Brock Lesnar not on this list? Brock Lesnar should be replacing
That's
Roman
a good
Reigns.
point. All right, fine.
Okay. Yeah, but let's think about that. So, what if we maybe swap Reigns for Lesnar? Would that
I could
work?
get behind that.
I'll get on board with that.
Hey, we got an agreement.
Yay!
Okay, now we got to do the Attitude Era. So The Rock and Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Really, The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H.
Yeah.
Yes. I vote Lita for the woman.
Yes. I think, like, my argument would be between Lita and Trish Stratus, but I don't think Trish Stratus was Trish Stratus until the Ruthless Aggression era.
Could you say China? Because I would put China over
yeah,
Lita.
Actually, China makes a ton of sense, yeah.
In the Attitude Era?
Yeah.
Because like
yeah.
Lita and Trish blew up after the Attitude Era, not during it. Because Trish
Yeah,
was
that's
still
true.
like TNA Trish.
But Lita was still doing like Team Extreme stuff in the Attitude Era. Like she was still an active competitor doing like her moonsaults and in matches and stuff. Like I think Lita is more valid as an Attitude Era competitor than Trish Stratus, where Trish was more
Totally
of a valet doing the stuff with Vince McMahon and Teston Albert. And she didn't really become like a serious competitor until the switch happened, until the Ruthless Aggression era really took off. But Chyna, it's a good point.
Chyna was over as hell in the Attitude Era. I mean,
and
people
she could
loved
fight
her.
the men, so
exactly. I mean, she
But couldn't
plowed
fight them
through
well,
Ivory at
but-
WrestleMania. Yeah, we're still missing one male. We have The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, and Chyna. This is tricky because like you can go
Undertaker?
Undertaker, yeah.
But what about Mick Foley? Like, Mick Foley's kind of where like, Mankind. And I mean, does Shawn Michaels count for the Attitude Era? Because he was around at the beginning.
I think you'd have to disqualify him. Okay, who else? Like before we just say like this is the one person, we have Taker, we have Foley that could be there. You have Kane. I mean, Kane was a beast.
And I would say of Foley, we go with Mankind. Because I think that's a cheap answer if we go with all three. And we go with the Mankind persona of Foley.
I mean, Kurt Angle at the tail end, you know?
He was champion but in the Attitude Era. Like, for the time, like, the majority of the Attitude Era, he was very mid-card. Like, he was having his great matches with Benoit and Jericho and that stuff. But he did blow up near the end of it, where he had a phenomenal match with, like, Triple H at the Royal Rumble 2001. So I would consider Kurt Angle
I give it to the
Attitude Era
Undertaker
star.
still, though.
I'm on Mankind.
Oh, guys, like don't make me pick which son I prefer. Come on.
See, the Undertaker, my thing against the Undertaker was during the Attitude Era, like, what did the Undertaker do? He was around, yes, he was in the main event, yes, but it was the corporate ministry for a long time. Then it was tagging with the Big Show, and then kind of not that much, and then he got injured. Like, while the Undertaker was around, he didn't really have the impact that somebody like Mankind did, even though he was the second half of one of the most insane spots of the Attitude Era. I think I would say like somebody like Mankind is more of a tent pole, like a flag bearer for the Attitude Era than the Undertaker.
Put it this way, I vote for Mankind simply because I would love to see the interaction between Mankind and Brock Lesnar, like the idea of Brock Lesnar just suplexing the hell out of him.
Mankind and Dean Ambrose just have the most insane thing.
True, there are, like, you can say Chyna and Charlotte, that makes sense. Mankind, Ambrose, that makes sense. Styles, Rollins, like Stone Cold, like that combination, and then Triple H with Lesnar, and, you know, like there is
Triple
an
H with
actual
Rollins,
story there.
We're going to see that shortly as well.
Huh, so I think I am going to have to go with... Who voted for Mankind?
I did.
I already forgot. You did? So,
Yeah.
Ryan, I'm sorry,
Feels
man.
bad,
I'm going to have
man.
to go with Mankind. Still love you, though.
So now that we have the list, is there anything that we think we should change between Chyna, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and Mankind?
I'm good.
Unless
Book
we want
it.
to put like Headbanger Mosh on there, but
Book it, Maggle.
Logically. Okay, now the tough question is, which team would win? Because I think like Attitude Era would kick the ass of
Attitude Era
2016.
wins because nostalgia is a powerful thing, and they couldn't help themselves but have the Attitude Era go over because it was the greatest time in all of history, period.
yes, but Brock Lesnar. So I still
that's
think
true.
current time wins.
Brock Lesnar wouldn't get pinned. They'd find a way for somebody to Goldberg would interfere and get him DQ'd.
Or the Undertaker would interfere and kick him in the dick, and then that would be the end of Brock Lesnar.
On a technicality, I know we already made our list, but on a technicality, we could put Goldberg on the 2016 list and finally have Goldberg versus Stone Cold. I know it's not going to happen, but just throwing that out there. That would be a
Hasn't happened
possibility.
yet, so
but,
I don't think it counts.
But yeah, Attitude Era kicks 2016's era's ass. And not for nostalgia, honestly. Just when you look at The Rock and Stone Cold, I mean, those two guys alone could probably take down everybody on the other side. Maybe not Lesnar, but that's where Triple H sort of comes in, takes over, and then we get that.
And that's the bottom line, because Byte That said so.
Oh, hell yeah! So there you have it. Team Attitude Era would dethrone 2016. We really appreciate the question that we got from Sam. That's where we wanted to turn it into its very own Square Roundtable, because it's something that, yeah, this is not going to happen. This is all hypothetical, but it's fun to speculate about, right? So keep the questions coming. Remember, you can also send us emails, bytethatcast@gmail.com. If you like this video and the discussion that we had, give us a gigantic thumbs up, share the video, help us grow with the channel alongside hitting that subscribe button, and check out the podcast available every single Wednesday night. And if you also want to get some early access stuff, you want to support us directly, get access to some behind the scenes updates, and actually contribute directly to some of the videos that we produce, head on over to patreon.com/Byte That. You get all the cool information there. And if you have any questions, shoot us a comment or head on over to Twitter, Byte That Cast. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back with tons more right here on Byte That.